But first, new at 10, a federal judge rules in favor of bikini baristas. It's the latest decision in a years-long legal battle between the city of Everett and the owner of one of the drive-up coffee stands. Thank you so much for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Matthew Smith.
And I'm Nia Wong. Now, the city wants baristas to cover up, but the courts say the ordinance is gender-based and violates the U.S. and Washington state constitutions.
Fox 13's Alejandra Guzman spoke with the owner who's spent the last 5 years fighting so her employees can provide for their families and wear what they want.
What do you guys got going on today? Honestly, I love this job because I'm able to wear what I want to wear. There is that one.
Dressed in a black lacy bodysuit, Ivy has been serving up cups of joe at XO Espresso off Route 2 for the last year.
It's literally stuff you would see at the beach for free, so I'm profiting off of it, which is nice too.
While she didn't feel comfortable showing her face on camera, she's one of the many bikini baristas whose livelihood has been at stake because of her attire.
We like doing what we do. Nobody is forcing any of the girls to wear less. We all wear what we're comfortable wearing.
It is kind of how we express ourselves, every day, just especially, this time of year.
But in 2017, the city of Everett adopted a dress code ordinance asking quick service establishment employees to cover up. The city claimed the stands had a history of prostitution and exploitation, prompting the ban for bikinis.
It was frightening because most of them have children. They're single moms, and it would have put them out of job.
Giovanna Edge, owner of this stand and several others across Everett, says they were targeted. She took action, filing a lawsuit against the city, arguing discrimination.
I'm a firm believer in standing up for your constitutional rights, and I completely felt this was wrong. I completely felt it targeted women.
5 years later, the courts agreed. In this 19-page ruling, the judge saying it is gender-based, as the ordinance prohibits clothing typically worn by women rather than men. The bikini barista profession, clearly a target of the ordinance, is entirely or almost entirely female. And it is difficult to imagine how this ordinance would be equally applied to men and women in practice.
I found it unacceptable and unconstitutional because there's nothing wrong with what the baristas are wearing. They can wear wherever they want. It's a bikini stand.
29-year-old Alexander is a loyal customer. He hops on a bus from Seattle to Monroe to support the local baristas, but not everyone is accepting as he is.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Just because the girls here are doing this job doesn't mean we're bad people. We all have lives outside of this. Some of us are mothers. Some of us go to college and school besides this. We're all just working and hustling like everybody else.
Giovanna has spent $1.8 million in legal fees. Fox 13 reached out to the city of Everett to inquire who will be responsible for the cost and if they're planning on appealing the court's decision. We're currently waiting to hear back.
If they do, hey, whatever. What am I going to do about it? Fight again?
But the battle isn't over. Giovanna's attorneys have met with the city of Everett and says they will be working together to discuss an amicable dress code. Alejandra Guzman, Fox 13 News.